Joining us to talk about the Parti Quebecois Jean-Talon by-election win is Jimmy Zoubris, Special Advisor to Montreal Mayor Valérie Plante. Thank you for your time, Jimmy.
Thank you, Tina, for asking me.
So what does this win mean for the PQ?
I think you have right now three opposition parties in the National Assembly, and of course a fourth that's trying very hard to get in. So each one is trying to sort of distance themselves from the other, because if you remember the last election, although the seat count was different, everybody pretty much got the same percentage. So everybody wants to be seen as the official opposition. And we saw here with a riding in which, the Liberals have held since 1968, except until recently. Quebec Solidaire has been making a lot of noise in ridings outside Montreal where they're more popular. And of course, the Parti Quebecois, which went down to 3 seats, is trying to, go back to their old glory days. And this was also a referendum on the government. And the big loser yesterday has to be the CAQ. And I think the Premier announced it in his speech where he said this wasn't just a referendum on Jean-Talon, it was a referendum on our government, especially from that area. So this is going to be interesting.
But could the PQ be a threat to the CAQ government? Because the polls seem to show them gaining momentum. We know a general election is still a few years away, though.
It could be a threat for them, especially in some of the regions, right? Like the Liberal Party is quite strong in the Montreal area. Quebec Solidaire is definitely strong in the Montreal area, certainly in the center Montreal area. So where the CAQ has pretty much had a run of their way is in the regions, in the 418 area, 450 area. So all of a sudden, now they have a challenger over there, and the CAQ has always wanted a message, and they play to win all over Quebec. So this will be interesting to see how their message in the next National Assembly, how they respond to this, because I think they have to see it that in some ridings, the PQ could actually win them in the next election, but we're very far away from an election.
Yeah, and do you think that this is a specific feeling in the Quebec City region? Because, we know that there was a lot of upset about the dropping of the Third Link project. Do you think this could be a reaction to this?
The Quebec City area, which was very, very good to Legault in the past, with the Troisième Lien and, certainly some gaps in this government in the last little while, I think he has to be saying, hey, I'm okay still. We're still a couple of years away. If you look at the numbers in terms of who is respected as a leader, I think his numbers are still quite high. So he can turn this around quickly. But I think he's looking now and saying, hey, the young pups are nipping at my legs here, all the young leaders that are coming through. So I think he's got to start taking it seriously, especially since he's already announced that he will be the CAQ's candidate for premier in the next election.
Okay, Jimmy, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Tina.